So I made a video on this before, but in the news, there's talk about all sorts of things Trump related, but one of those is the strikes on the Houthi rebels in Yemen. Now, I've said this before, and I'm sure all of you probably know this, is that the Houthi rebels are a proxy of Iran. It's Iran attempting to project power, in this case, to agitate Saudi Arabia and to establish a footprint in that choke point right there that goes between the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. And obviously this is an important choke point because there's a lot of trade that goes through there. The oil that Europe imports from the Middle East goes through that choke point, through the Suez Canal, and then through the Mediterranean. So if Iran can disrupt that choke point at will, if they could support the Houthi rebels, whenever they can cut off that trade potentially. Now, strictly in a moral sense, what right does somebody have to initiate force to get something? It's like a robbery. It's like the country of Iran, the Iranian government comes in and robs you at gunpoint. If you don't pay us, we'll burn your business down, sort of thing. And that's, in terms of moral principles, that's what's going on in that area. So Iran has been cut off from Hezbollah via Syria, that is Turkey and Israel taking over Syria, and Syria is no longer a proxy of Iran. Well, I say that loosely, like I should say that Syria is no longer allied with Iran because of that. So obviously Iran is going to try to stir things up because there's a civil war continuing in Syria. And since they're cut off from Hezbollah, one of the only proxies they have left, the major proxy they have left other than the Shia militias in Iraq and Saudi Arabia, and the oil producing part of Saudi Arabia, they also have the Houthis in Yemen. So Trump is hitting them because he's anticipating that this is where the trouble spot is going to be. It's no longer so much Hezbollah because Iran can't supply them directly. So now they're going to try to hit them, try to hit anything that goes on by cutting off the trade right there. So, Trump is sending a message by positioning military assets in that area to try to cut Iran off there. And this is, in the long term, an effort to squeeze the Iranian government. So there's a whole article on this. I always post articles on the link on the description below. There's a lot more there's more backstory to this than what I'm going to say in this short video. But this article goes into it a bit. Obviously, as you know, things have changing. Just like I mentioned, the fact that Iran got cut off from Hezbollah is one of the things that have changed the dynamics in Yemen. So geopolitics is connected like this, and a lot of times people don't make these types of connections. But anyway, that concludes this short video. There's more to it, and I'll probably make another video or videos in the future regarding this subject.